पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। वर्ष नंबर 442। यत्र परेरिता नदी प्रवाह इव वारिरासौ लीनन्ति सन्मात्रतया न विक्रियाम् उत्पादयन्ति एष यतिर्विमुक्तः। यत्र प्रविष्टा विषया परेरितः नदी प्रवाह इव वारिरासौ लीनन्ति सन्मात्रतया न विक्रियाम् उत्पादयन्तेष यतिर्विमुक्तः. The translation is: a disciplined person in whom the sense objects directed by others are received like flowing rivers into the ocean, producing no change because of his absorption and existence absolute, equally liberated. See the one more time translation. The yati means sannyasin in whom sense objects directed by others are engulfed like flowing water in the river, in the sea, and product no changes owing to this identity with the existence absolute is indeed liberated. It continue. The definition of the liberated in life. Liberation is also there and life is also there. This is the very crucial point. To make us understand, he is giving an example. The realized person is like an ocean. Yatra pravishta vishaye paririta. He is saying it is like an ocean. I would like to give an example. It is from Bhagavad. There is dialogue between Raja Yadu and Guru Dattatreya. Raja Yadu had everything. He was ancestor of Lord Sri Krishna. So he was very famous, very powerful, very religious king. He had everything, big army, big palace. He had everything. Nothing was lacking except the peace of the mind. We do everything only for peace of the mind. And that thing is lacking always. So Raja Yadu was very big king. Sometime the kings used to go in the forest, deep forest. The only reason was they wanted to get rid of from whatever they had. They had so much, but all things only gave them the tension, restlessness, anxiety, jealous. They gave everything except peace of the mind. So that is why the kings used to go in the forest for some time. And one day he was roaming in the forest. He was restless because he had lots of things. In that forest, he saw a Brahman, Avadhut. Avadhut means the person who who does not have anything. Avadhut means he does not have even clothes to wearing. Nothing. So there was a king who had everything, and other person is who had nothing. Two extreme points. The king was the greatest king that time. And this Avadhut, the Brahman, had nothing, even clothes, no any hut, any cottage. He was sitting in the forest. The Brahman was Dattatreya. Dattatreya is also known as a guru. We call him Guru Dattatreya. Guru Datt. When Raja Yadu, the king Yadu, saw the Brahman, the Guru, Javdut, who had nothing but the peace of the mind, the happiness was overflowing. Happiness was everywhere. I think you may have seen there were so many laughing culps. Laughing culp, a group of people, and they laugh without laughing. Inside they are crying, but just making noise. Dattatreya was quiet, calm. He was sitting, no laughing. But happiness was overflowing. Not only his face, but even in the trees, in the surroundings, animals, everyone, everything, not only living beings, even trees. The whole nature was so happy, so peaceful, so calm. Raja Yadu, the king Yadu, becomes so jealous. And the story goes like this. He went to the Brahman and did namaskara and asked, "You are so happy. You are in so bliss. What the cause? I see very clearly the whole world is in misery, but you are like a person who is absolute bliss. So what is the reason? I want to know. I had everything, but I do not have that reason who give me happiness." That time, Dattatreya said, "There is nothing any reason. Happiness has no reason. It is without reason. But I have been taught by 24 preceptors, 24 gurus." Raja Yadu become so curious. He want to know who they are. Dattatreya said, "No, there is no any big name, any big master. I have learned from 24 masters," and he gave name very, very strange. The earth, the water, sky, air, fire, and so many, there are names. And among them, there is one name is ocean. He said, "I have learned from the ocean." Ocean. So Dattatreya had capacity, he could learn from anywhere. He had capacity to learn even inert things from. He can learn from the ocean, from the earth. He said, "I learned from the ocean that in rainy season, in monsoon season, the all rivers from the all directions, they give their water to the ocean. And ocean takes all waters, even does not overflow. The ocean does not break its limit. All rivers all around the world give their water to the ocean, and ocean accept. No matter of quantity, no matter of quality, it may be dirty water, it may be pure water, but ocean accept everything. When other season, some rivers becomes dried up, they are not giving water to the ocean. Ocean is not worried. Ocean is calm and quiet. Yatra pravishta vishaya pariritaha nadi pravaha iva varirasa. Shankaracharya says, all rivers give their water to the ocean. Ocean accept. but not react. Same, unlike the ocean, the realized person is so deep like ocean. The realized person is satisfied with oneself. No invitation or no rejection for anything. Shankaracharya says, Yatra pravishta vishaya parerita. Like rivers give their water to the ocean. Same, according to its destiny, he also gets so many things. Parerita. It means he does not initiate. He does not initiate. Whatever destiny makes available to him, he accepts. Pare, the other people, the devotee, the disciple, any other one, whatever they make, he accepts. Linanti sanmatratayana vikriyam. So there may be so many objects. The only point is that realized person, if somehow he gets a kingdom, it is not matter of pride to him. If sometime he does not have even food, this is not matter to be said. He is always sanmatrataya vikriyam na utpadayan, because he is established in the sat reality. So unreality cannot disturb him. Vikriyam utpadayanti, it means Vikriya means the modification in your mind. See, when we get any object, immediately in our minds, reaction comes. It is mine, it should be mine, it is not mine, it is bad, it is good. Immediately, mind becomes agitated. Shankaracharya says, whatever he got, whatever, even kingdom or a hut, a cottage, it makes no difference in his mind. Because you can satisfy your body, you cannot satisfy your mind. You are hungry, take food, stomach will full. You are happy, and all is done. You are thirsty, drink water, matter is finished. You are sick, take medicine. So body can be satisfied. Body has its limit. But mind does not have its limit. So you cannot satisfy the mind. Utpadayanti is, if our mind has some thought, some demand, some desire, don't think that you can fulfill this desire. If any object is not matter, if you interact any object, finish with that object, then okay. But problem is, when one thought comes our mind, when it is going to die, immediately the thought take birth another thought. Yati vimukta. Shankaracharya says, thus person is realized, Jivan Mukta. Whatever objects come in his life makes no difference. Now next one. विज्ञात ब्रह्म तत्वस्य यथा पूर्वम न संसृति अस्ति चेन्न सविज्ञात ब्रह्म भावो बहिर्मुखा. I repeat again. विज्ञात ब्रह्म तत्वस्य यथा पूर्वम न संसृति अस्ति चेन्न सविज्ञात ब्रह्म भावो बहिर्मुखा. The translation is, for one who has realized the essence of Brahman, there is no reaching out of for sense objects, only more. If there is, then one has not realized Brahman because the sense still have an outgoing tendency. Now here is a question. In Shankaracharya ji, he is taking a question. The question is, it may be in your mind, this question, but you are not asking. But question is there. The question is, if realization has happened, but destiny is still there. He is living. He is living with all worldly objects. He is living in family. He is living in society, in a country. In that state, when he gets good things or favorable condition, will he be happy? Listen carefully. Or if he gets bad conditions, miserable things, will he be unhappy or miserable? This is the question. Shankaracharya says directly, no. Vigyata Brahma Tattvasya Yatha Purvam Na Sansriti. He says no. This is not going to happen. Vigyata Brahma Tattvasya. If someone has achieved the state of understanding, then worldly attachment will not be. In scriptures, it has been said that vidyate hridaya granthi chidyante sarva sansaya chiyante chasi karmani tasmin drishte paravare. This verse, this mantra has been said so many places, in Upanishads, in Bhagavad, and here and there, so many places it has been said. And very beautiful. The meaning is, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi. Granthi means doubts, delusion, ignorance. The knot of the heart is rent. Cut away are all doubts. and man's works are spent and perish when is seen that which is at once and being below and the supreme. Tasmin drishte parapare. The mantra says, when someone par upper, below and supreme, Jeev individual soul and absolute soul, when he realized, then all ignorance, all dualities immediately cut. No ignorance. In Ishavasya Upanishad says, Tatra ko moha ko soka ekatvam anupashyata. He who sees everywhere the self in all existence and all existence in the self does not shrink. No delusion, no misery. And Yobai Bhuma Tat Sukham, another Upanishad says, absolute is happiness. Ekameva Ditiyam. So after realization, Shankaracharya says, Vigyata Brahma Tattvasya. If there some person has realized realization of the Brahman, there are many consequences of realization of the self. If someone has realized the Atman, the Brahman, then yatha purvam na sansriti. Be attentive. Yatha purvam na sansriti. Sansriti means of the world. World will not remain same as it was before. Before means before realization. So sansriti means the world. Before realization, the world was true. World was very, very strong. It was making you happy. It was making you miserable. It was doing everything. A small thing of the world can make you miserable. It was very different. But when realization has happened, then totally, extremely, the world will change. Yatha na purvam sansriti. So, change means what? It does not mean if you are realized, then chair will change into someone else. If you have realization, the mountain will change into something else. If you are realized, the river will change into something else. No. Your realization, your knowledge does not make any difference to the object. Knowledge does not change anything. It is not nature of the knowledge. Knowledge just illuminates. Its nature is not to change anything. If you know this chair is, so if you have the knowledge of the Brahman, the world does not change. You change. You have changed. Na tatha sansriti. Before this world was real, after realization, the Brahman is real, the world is just Leela. Enjoy it. play with it like a movie. Watch it. You can cry by the words. You can laugh. When we see the movie, we laugh, we cry, we become angry, fearful. Yet we know there is nothing. Shankaracharya says, Vigyat Brahma Tattvasya Yatha Purvam Na Sansriti. Sansriti means the creation will not remain the same as it was before. If Asti Chenna Vigya, he is saying, after understanding the Brahman, after realization of the Brahman, there is no change. Still, the world appears truth. Still, the objects are same. Then he says, Brahma Bhavo na. Still, realization has not happened. You have to work more. If world appears truth, then you have not reached. As it, you have to work. There are not two reality. World and Brahman. There are not two reality. One reality. Sometimes it appears as a world, and sometimes you can realize it as a Brahman. Two reality. World and Brahman cannot stay together, cannot live together. Either Brahman will remain there or world will be there. Vigyat Brahma Bhavo, he says, still the person has not achieved the realization. And he using a very beautiful word, it is a Bahirmukha. Bahirmukha, Mukha means direction. Direction. You are going outside. Bahirmukha. Bahir means outside. Outside from yourself. Bahirmukha means here you have to understand two words. One is Bahirmukha, another is Antarmukha. Antarmukha means when you are coming towards yourself. When you are coming towards yourself. Bahirmukha means when you are going towards from yourself. Without any target, without any goal. You are wandering, you are roaming. In Antarmukha, there is only one target, and that is yourself. Or yourself. You will find only self. In Bahirmukha, there is no any fixed target. You are going blindly. Whatever comes in your way, you stuck there. Sometimes there may be your enemy. Sometimes there may be your friends, your family, society, any good thing, any bad thing. Anything can be countered. In Bahirmukha, you are going from yourself. Then you can go anywhere. Unlimited objects are there. Shankaracharya says, still he is a Bahirmukha. He is wondering. Now next. प्राचीन वासना वेगात असौ संसरति इति चेत न सदेकत्व विज्ञानात् मंदी भवति वासना. I repeat again. प्राचीन वासना वेगात असौ संसरति इति चेत न सदेकत्व विज्ञानात् मंदी भवति वासना. The translation is, If it is asserted that still there is attachment for sense objects because of the momentum of past vasanas, the reply is no. For the vasanas get weakened and there is realization of oneness with Brahman. See the one more time translation. If it be urged that he is still subject to transmigration through the momentum of his old desires, the reply is no. For desire gets weakened, the realization of one's identity with Brahman. Prachin Vasana Vega. Very important point Shankaracharya ji is taking here. Very attentively, we have to ponder it. Very important point. That is past impressions. Prachin Vasana Vega. Past impressions, tendencies. What is past? Our end home belongs to the past. Just think deeply. What is our personality? Our existence? We are not like just a chair, not like just a furniture, and we are not even pure consciousness. We are the combination. We are the combination, the soul and matter. The chair is only matter. The building is only matter. And pure consciousness cannot be seen. It is not visible. So, matter is the world. Consciousness is not visible. Our personality is combination of two things. Here is a consciousness and matter. Consciousness is always without time. Consciousness is beyond of the time. For consciousness, there is no past, no future. If there is no past, no future, then there is no present. Present is also relative. We say present because we have past and we are hoping for future. That is, there is a present. For consciousness, there is no past and no future. That is why there is no present too. So in our personality, two things, matter and soul. So soul put one side. Just we think about other part, the part of the matter. Whatever we have done, its consequence is our present. And our future would be grounded in our present and past. And look at this point deeply. You will find two things. You and yours. What is you? You and yours. You is reality exists. With you, the soul, consciousness, it really exists. But it is not visible. It is hidden somewhere. The other part can be seen. The other part is our body, our mind, our breathing, our sense organs. So these, our body, mind, sense organs, etc., have been mixed with the soul. There is a soul and matter. They both creates our personality. So our personality means the combination of two. All our past actions, it result this body. Past is our investment. In scriptures, it has been said that the person who has come from the heaven, he has some signs. It can be seen. Like when we are thinking about signs of realized person, same you can see the sign of persons who came from the heaven, and you can see even the sign of the person who have come from the hell. Because of shorter time, I will just would like to share some thought. One is Swargasthitana Miyabhumi Loke Chatvari Chinnani Basanti Rajan Dana Prashango Madhura Chavani Surarchanam Brahman Tarpanam Cha. How do we know some person has come from the heaven? So scriptures are saying the person has four qualities. You can understand this person has come from the heaven. There are four qualities, four signs, four definitions. Saragastitana, Miyabhumi Loke, Chatvari Chinnani. Four signs are there. First is Chatvari Chinnani Basanti Raja. The first thing is Dana Prashango. He has tendency to give something to someone. It does not matter quantity. Quantity does not matter. The quality is the matter. Dana Prashango. He wants to give someone. He wants to give someone. The tendency is to give him. To give someone something, the first sign you can see and you can understand this person has come from the heaven. Another is the sweet voice, Madhura Chavani, soft speaking. Don't dishonor anybody. Madhura Chavani. Another is devotion to the God. Devotion to the God. Surarchanam, Brahman Tarpanam Cha, and respect to the masters. So you can understand this person had such kind past. So our past is our root. Our present is rooted in our past. Our body is rooted in our past. Our mind is rooted in the past. But everything is rooted in the past. Past is cause, present is its effects. You may have forgotten about your past, but God cannot forget it. Prachin Vasana Vegat. So Shankaracharya says, if sometime because of past, any strong impression can affect you, any strong impression can affect the realized person, Shankaracharya says no. Na sad ekatva vigyanan mandi bhavati vasana. This is not possible. How strong your past is, it cannot affect your thought if you are realized. No matter how strong your destiny is. Destiny can give you objects. Destiny can give you circumstances. Destiny can give you condition. Destiny cannot give you your thought. You are the boss of your thought. You are the owner of your thought. Thought you can create. Your destiny will not create your thought. Your destiny can give you some material things, but the realized person can create his thought. Sad ekat vigyanan mandi bhavati vasana. He says, because he has known the truth. Ekatva vijnanat. Oneness. Advaya. That is why mandi bhavati vasana. His impressions, his sanskar, his past, mandi bhavati. It becomes without effect. Things will come, conditions will come, but realized person is always realized. He is very aware, very alert. Anytime he understands. This all is Leela. This all is everything is moving, nothing is there. Sad ekatva vijnana. Like you see movie and you know there is nothing, just light effect. Light takes so many forms. Without light, there is nothing. Without light, there is no enemy, no friend, no mountain, no ocean. Only light is there. Sometimes light appears as an ocean. Sometimes same light appears as a fire. Only light is there. Ekatvam, the only light is working there. Same Shankaracharya says, Sad ekatva vijnanan. When we understand that the reality, one truth is everywhere, then the vasana, the impressions becomes mandi, without effect. They can come, but they will not make any effect. Now, next one. अत्यंत काम कस्यापि वृत्ति कुंठति मातरी तथैव ब्रह्मणि ज्ञाते पूर्णानंदे मनीषिणा. I repeat again. अत्यंत काम कस्यापि वृत्ति कुंठति मातरी तथैव ब्रह्मणि ज्ञाते पूर्णानंदे मनीषिणा. The meaning is, the propensities of even a downright rake are checked in the presence of his mother, so too there are no more any worldly propensities in one who has realized Brahman, the bliss absolute. See the translation again. The propensities of even confirmed libertine are checked in the presence of his mother. Just so, when Brahman, the bliss absolute, has been realized, the man of realization has no longer any worldly tendency. He's saying that to make understand us. He's giving an example. Very nice example. He says like a person who has extremely super insensuality tendency. Such person cannot indulge in sensual activity in presence of his mother. See, our wrong tendencies are not out of control. We say always that I am so greedy. I want to control my greed, but I am not able. I have so much tendency of the anger, but I want to get rid of from the anger, but I am not able to. I have such negative forces. I want to get rid of, but I am not able to. Very small things. Think someone takes tea every day in the morning. He says, I cannot get rid of from this habit. I cannot. Why? You are so weak. No. You are the boss. Anytime, if you have will to control them, you can. You are the supreme authority. You take decision what is good, what is bad, what is wrong. You are the boss. Body is belong to you. Mind is belong to you. Sense organs are belong to you. Everything is belong to you. You are the boss. You are not so weak. The only commitment is required, not excuses. If we don't want to get rid of from them, then we justify them. I am angry because of that person. I am angry because of this and that. Atyanta kam kasyapi vritti kuntati matre. If someone can get rid of from the lust, from the extreme sexuality because of his mother, then you can get rid of from any negative forces. Actually, see the point. Force means the power. Power is belong to you, and you are giving the wrong direction. Wrong direction. Always you are the controller. Your anger, your greed, always is in your control. You decide every time I should be angry or not. Always you decide. Take an example. It is like this. If you are right position, then your anger will come. If you are powerful, you are strong, and other person is weak, then your anger comes. Vice versa, if you are weak, other person is powerful, strong, then your anger will not come. You are working in an office. Your boss is angry with you. He scolded you without any reason. That time, where is your anger? You say always, yes, boss. Sorry, boss. You know, you have not made any mistake. Even you are saying, yes, sorry, my mistake. You are not angry. Your anger does not come. Because the situation is not in your favor. And when you comes to the home, and you are the boss of the home, and then you started searching any fault of anybody, and you becomes angry immediately because you are the home. This is the right place to be angry. And after some time, the member of the family becomes so fearful. They says yes, yes. And after some time, the small kid will throw its toys. Anger had to release somewhere. Your boss can angry with you. You will be angry with your family. As weaker is always victor. Shankaracharya says, Tathaiva Brahmani Gyate Purnanande Manishina. If you have understood the Brahman, you are the Manishi. Manishi means the Ishwar of the Manas, the controller of the mind. You can control all your negativity. You can control all your negative forces. You can control all your bad habits. Purnanande Brahmani. Thus, Shankaracharya has described the science of realized person. These few parameters he has given. You cannot check other person. You cannot try to with other person because any sign can be pretended. It is for yourself. You check yourself. That is why these are the parameters. You can check yourself. Realization has happened or I have to work more. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Sankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.